Ana Luisa Cepeda de Alba, and I'm gonna show you a little bit about a project that I did with the company Cyclopata. This is a data analysis project. Um, okay, so let me tell you a little bit about the client. Cyclopata is a gym that is, well, it's an indoor cycling um, gym, and they have indoor cycling classes, and they also have union boxing classes, which is kind of like more functional exercise classes. Um, and well, I'm gonna show you a little bit. As you can see, it's a place where there's bikes and there's a lot of clients, and it's not like an open gym. You not like the packages and everything is you buy different classes instead of a gym that you just go on certain hours and like that. So to do that, I'm gonna show you. They have a website. Okay, so this is the website of Cyclopata, and in here the clients they reserve their classes, they can buy packages and everything. So the client wanted to they obtain all this information from the clients when they create their usernames and when they have their accounts and when they buy packages and everything. And all this information is stored in a separate website um, where they have the database and they have where like the receptionist can see which clients are going to certain classes, and you can see also like how many classes each client has and everything. So what they committed me to do was to obtain this information and try to see what I was gonna get out of it. So what did Cyclopata wanted? Cyclopata is a gym. They wanted to obtain information from their users database. This is where they reserve their classes, where they create accounts to basically, yeah, just buy their packages for their classes and reserve their classes. And from there, we can obtain many different things. So the Cyclopata wanted something different, and they wanted to obtain data from that database, as they could assume some things about their clients, but they didn't know per se everything. So they asked me if I could get into that. And well, what I used was two tools. I used MySQL and I used Power BI. Cyclopata had everything on their website. So what I did is I had to get down their databases and I had to transform them with MySQL, and then I used those data and I presented them with Power BI. So what was the process? As I said, first I had to obtain the data from Cyclopata's website. So I downloaded the data, I transformed the data, and I had to kind of restructure it a little bit, model how I wanted to restructure as the when the website was created and the database was created. It was just to kind of save the names of the clients and everything. It was not created to obtain information from it, so everything was a little bit all over around. um, but from there I took that data and I created some final tables because I wanted something that was quite structured and easy to read in Power BI. And then I did the dashboards in Power BI. So I'm gonna get into the dashboards right away. Okay, I'm gonna be showing you right now what dashboards I did with Power BI. These dashboards, as I said before, I obtained all the data from the website from Cyclopata. And because this is a client in Mexico, everything is in Spanish, but I'm gonna translate everything while I explain to you the dashboards that I made. So the first dashboard is called Clientes Activos, which means active clients. So the active clients were a client that has bought a package and that is active at the date that the system checked. So, for example, if I checked the system on the 1st of January and the client has a package that is not expired, then it's called an active client. So in here, basically, we wanted to see which clients, how many clients we had at the moment the at the gym, and how were they acting, which, if they were women or men, and what was their age. We wanted to have like a profile from the client, as well as to see our income from them and how they were behaving. So one of the most important things that I need to explain is that all the data that I got was until the 1st of September. So there's gonna be a little bit of inconsistencies after that. So that's why you're gonna be seeing something weird after October. Okay. Um. Okay. So let me get started. So first, on the top part, we have some slicers. These slicers are they react with all the graphs, as you can see, and here, well, the client could see, depending on each month or year, how were the state of the active clients. I have them by trimester and by month. And with this little eraser, if I wanted to return everything at like with no slicers or no filters, they could just click the eraser and everything was returned to normal. But for the example right now, I'm gonna put 2023. So for example, in 2023, the total of active clients that we have until the 1st of September was 1,186 clients. And as you can see, they gave us, we also have like the income in here of those clients. So here we have the growth rate. So what we were trying to get, I used DAX to get this. This formula basically compared the number of clients on that month with the number of clients before, and we got a percentage of that. So for example, in here, on December, comparing to December, now in January, it's 14.13% higher of the number of clients that we had compared to December. And that's what the formula did. So as you can see here, we have an increment of clients. Even if we went to just want to show you. So if you could see in there were around 500, most of them, and here we have some 400. And in 2021 we have between 300 and 400. So you can see there was an increment in clients as a whole. We also separated by income with their age and gender. So for example, you can see that most of our income comes from women that are between the ages of 21 and 30 years. But we also have a strong group that is between ages of 31 and 40. And as you can see, our highest clients are women. We have some men, but as you can see, it's mostly women. With the guys as well, most of them are between the ages of 21 and 30, and there's some of them within the ages of 31 and 40, but they're not that strong in the other groups. As well, one of the things we wanted to do was to see which packages they were more interested. So, for example, in the gym, they sell packages that go from one class to an unlimited amount of classes. So we wanted to see which were the packages that they were buying, because we could do promotions with them. or we could market other packages if we were seeing that they were not doing that well. So for example, in here we can see that in 2023, most of our clients bought the packages that was one class, the one that was three classes, and the one was eight classes. So we know that we have some strong packages, and we could make some promotions with them and try to get more clients buying those packages, or we can try to do promotions on other packages. Um, we also try to see the method of payment that they were using. So in here we have with card, even if it was credit or debit, and with cash. So as you can see, most of the packages and our income was coming from card. And we also, because as an indoor cycling gym, you have to have shoes for the clients because the indoor bikes are special and they kind of have to get clipped on the bike, so they need special shoes, and we offer that service. So any client that goes in, they can have one of our shoes. So one of the things that was also important for us is it, we wanted to kind of know the size shoe of our clients so we could have enough shoes for that size. And in here, as you can see size 2, we have 23 clients with size 2. So we wouldn't have like 23 pairs of shoes, but we could know that there could be an occasion that we could have more than 5 or 6 clients that needed that shoe size, so we needed more shoes. Um, and as well, if I use the slicers, I could do it by month. As I said, these months are on Spanish, so let's try August. So in here, as you can see, all the dashboard is reactive. On August, we had 588 clients, and as well, our strong group it keeps on being the girls between the women between 21 and 30. But in here, as you can see, the pie chart changed a little bit. So in here, on August, it was the 12 classes was a little bit more bought by our clients than the one that was of eight classes, but the one of one class and three classes are still the most popular ones. Okay, so now we have seen everything that was on our first dashboard, and as you can see here, I did some buttons. So if our client wants to go to the next dashboard, he only needs to click on the button and they will go to the next one. So the next dashboard that we did was of the new clients. The new clients, we define them as a client that hasn't bought any packages before, and on the month that the analysis was done, um, it was the first package that the client had bought. So in that sense, we knew they were first clients. Um, and we were very interested in this. The client was very interested in this because they wanted to know if we were getting new people or if the clients that we had were the ones that we have retained from before. And we kind of wanted to know as well how they were behaving. Like, so we have basically the same graphs as we had on the other dashboard. Um, so we have the growth rate in here, and we have the slicers as well. So for example, if I wanted to see 2023, you can see this huge drop out because, as I said, the data goes until the 1st of September, so that's why we have no new clients in here. But it's really interesting because in this dashboard, you can also see like more of a seasonality kind of thing. So you start like having a lot of clients on January and February because they are like the months that most of the people want to do like their New Year's Eve first achievements. And once the year starts going around, a lot of clients start to reduce, but When you go out on summer vacations, we have more new clients, and that's how most of the graphs kind of tend to behave. So let's try 2022. So so it's kind of like I say, like we are very strong in January. We kind of go a little bit lower, but when there's like the summer vacation, it goes up again, and then it goes down again. But then we get closer to the winter vacations. But once it's winter, our clients go down. That's normally how it behaves, and we could see it because like you could see it without even looking on data, but it is nice to have the data to back it up. Okay, so let's just use this example, 2023. Um, as well in here, like you can see that the new clients, they prefer to buy the one class first, and then they would like to get like 4 classes and 8 classes. But it was more common, like if you were a new client, normally the first package you would buy was 1 class, so you could try it, and then you would jump to another package. Um, as well, you can see it's the same thing with the active clients. Most of the like our profile of our ideal client, you could say, it was between 21 and 30, and mostly they were women, and as well as most of our income was from that group. But as you can see as well, some other groups, like the one from 31 to 40 and of women, would also pay a lot. And we also had a lot of clients between 35, 31 and 40. But our highest group, it was still 21 to 30. Um, as well, as I said, like in the other dashboard, we also have like the payment method, and here's the same story. They were behaving the same, the new clients and the active clients. They like to pay with card. They prefer not to use cash that much. And we also put the shoe size because we wanted to be prepared. Like if we're getting more new clients that have a size 3, maybe it's a good idea to start buying a little bit more size 3 pairs of tennis shoes. And the last dashboard that we have in here is the daily growth. We also wanted to see if there was a trend between like the days, because there could be. So in here it's a little bit more specialist. That's why there's just one graph. Um, so for example, if we wanted to see 2022, and in here we have um, this slicer kind of separates it by day. That's why they selected. And then we have also by gender if we wanted to. So for example, if I wanted to just men or women, or not at all. Okay, so let me explain. Now let me put just 2022. So you can see here like the daily growth. And as you can see, it can be very different. Um, we're gonna do it by the month of, let's say, January. So in here, as you can see in January, well, in here there's still some like the winter vacations, but as the days start going through, you get to the last day of January, and you can see the increase of clients. And this means that the clients are buying packages. But if you compare it with, let's just say, maybe July, in here it's a little bit different. It starts strong, but a lot of people, like in July, when there's summer vacations, they tend to go on vacations, and that's why it gets lower. But at the end of the month, a lot of them come back, so it gets higher. So here it's like it's an interesting way of seeing how the clients are behaving, and as well as also seeing like if I wanted to see just the men, it behaves a little bit different from the women. So it is nice to see how they behave so you can prepare it. Maybe if if most of the people are not coming between like the 10 or the 15, maybe we can try to make more promotions at the beginning or at the end, because it's better to attract more clients when they're coming. So yeah, I think we can answer a lot of questions in the dashboards. So I'm gonna continue with the presentation, but I wanted to show you a little bit of the dashboards that I had. Okay, so we're back at the presentation, and I showed you everything that we needed to see from the dashboards. So here I have what I did is I put all the questions that I thought all my dashboards could answer. So for example, how many clients does Cyclopata have? You could see that on the dashboard. You could see the monthly income. You could see what was like the client's profile. You could see the growth of the active clients per month. You could see how many shoes they need for the inventory, what was the preferred style of payment, if that there was a seasonality as well, um, that there was an increment of clients per year, that they even was an increment of men per year, and you could see there was like an increment as well in the categories. So for example, at the beginning, the category between 31 to 40 years old, it was not that big at the beginning of Cyclopata in 2018, but right now it was the second highest group. I also have the questions that could get answered with our dashboard of clientes nuevos. So how many clients they were signing, the income that those clients were giving to Cyclopata, the favorite packages of those new clients, the shoe size, the seasonality as well of those new clients, and you could see that the clients were incremented by year as well. Okay. So we also had like the questions from the dashboard of crecimiento diario, which means growth rate, daily growth rate. And for example, the days that Cyclopata had more clients, or the days that it had less clients. You could get the patterns of those days, and you could see that there were different patterns from the female clients and the male clients. So this leads me to these conclusions. Like for example, with the dashboards, you could count the active and new clients. You could count the income from the active clients and new clients. You could count the growth rate from the active and new clients, and the shoe size that those clients needed, and that Cyclopedia needed in the inventory. You could also use the dashboards to create a new profile. So you have the gender, the age, the preferred payment method, and also the favorite package. And you could do a daily follow-up from those dashboards. So as you can see, that was my solution for Cyclopata, and it kind of gave Cyclopata a lot of the info that they needed, and they could use that data to make different promotions in Cyclopata to create that client profile to kind of target those clients. They can also see that they are actually growing, and it's not just by seeing new clients and seeing that they're buying things. Is you can actually see it on the data. So I think it is really important for businesses to do these kind of leaps and try to get some information from the data, because it can reveal a lot of things. And I think Cyclopata did a good thing to give me this opportunity to do this project, and I think we got a lot of information from it. So thank you for your time, and I hope this little presentation was interesting for you. And well, this is a little bit of the work that I can do. Thank you.